Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Group Iron Man. In the last video, I spent 50 hours woodcutting to try and complete the forestry collection log. I'm just missing one more item, the fox whistle, which is an RNG thing, and I'll come back to that eventually. But for now, it is time to get back to TOA because I didn't really do too much last video, and we still have to get the Masori top and bottom, currently at 219 expert mode KC, and somehow I'm only able to get all the items except the most important ones. But at least for my KC, it's a good number of purples in total. But with that said, let's jump straight into the TOA. 220 KC, imagine seeing a purple first raid of the video. No. 222 KC, that is the second 3-digit repeating. Okay. So starting off this video, I've completed 11 raids, which generally in a video is just a few seconds, although it's kind of extended out right now because I'm doing a voiceover. But for me, 11 TOAs is basically 11 hours. 35 to 40 minutes for the raid, and then another 20 minutes stalling in between raids doing just random things like stuff around the house, or typing to people on Discord, or just Googling random stuff I thought about during the previous raid. And this is just so consistent for me to do, like I really just never want to go back in. And it's now taken me 2 days to do 11 KC as a full-time RuneScape YouTuber person. I'll go AFK fish Karambans to eat dinner or edit or just to take a short break. But I always end up staying there extra long because I really just don't want to leave. I know I'm going to have to go back to TOA when I do. TOA is probably the most frustrated I've ever gotten at the game. Like, it's one thing to, just kind of banter about being mad, maybe going dry for something. But this isn't even about going dry for the drop. I mean, I'm hardly even dry at this point. It's literally just the content itself that makes me upset. Like, I'll get 20 minutes into a raid and die, and I even have softcore mode on, so it's not even wiping, it's just dying, and it's always to something so stupid. Dying here changes my drop rate from 5% to maybe 4% or a bit lower. And I know logically it's not that much of a difference or time loss, but you can't use logic with someone in emotional distress. I just hate that I feel stuck here until getting the drops because Masori is such an important upgrade, and every time I do something else in game, I just have this feeling looming over me that I should be doing TOA. Like, I can't use the T-bow anywhere else because if I plan to get Masori eventually anyways, then I may as well get it now before trying out a bunch of content with the T-bow. That's also the biggest reason why I haven't pushed up the invo and solos anymore recently, because right now I die just the right amount to still have an inkling of motivation to keep going. But if I were to die any more frequently, I would be logged out of the game for a lot longer. I know logically with maybe say a 1.5 times better drop rate than I'm currently getting, sure, technically the grind would be done faster even with more deaths, but again, logic doesn't work when there's outside factors at play and it's not just a robot playing and doing TOA. Cool bro, there's 135 regular mode KC, awesome. 40 seconds off, wow. And then I just spent the next few days doing TOA all day, every day. And with the league coming up in real time, at least, as I'm recording this, I really just want to do as much TOA as possible before it starts to maybe try and get the drop. 234 KC for expert mode, which is the second 3-digit sequentially increasing number. What the hell was that? Is that lightning? Dude, that sounded like a freaking explosion. I never did find out what that sound was. It was different than fireworks, and it wasn't lightning either. It wasn't even raining. All I can assume is that Kefri materialized into the real world. And as they say, if you die in OSRs, you die in real life, so I'm glad I dodged Kefri's firebomb in game. When you roll a purple at TOA, it's 1 in 12 for a specific Masori piece, and because I get about 5% chance every raid, that's about a 1 in 20 chance for a purple. Which means the drop rate for a specific Masori piece is 1 in 240, and this is 240 expert mode KC. Will I be rewarded? No. So yeah, this is kind of like the drop rate for the invocations I've been doing, but I do also have like 100 plus regular mode KCs to take into account as well. So I think it's safe to say that I am technically dry at this point. Every 80 raids on average, I should see any Masori piece, but if we're just talking about specifically seeing the top or bottom, that's 1 in 120 raids. You should see one or the other. So you could also say I'm double the rate without seeing one or the other of these. Again, ignoring the regular mode KC that I have. 243 KC, it's now been 30 raids since my last purple. I just reached 30 million magic XP. I still upkeep my kingdom when I do my berry runs in Etcetera, and I realize it's been some time since I put the GP into the coffers here. I always forget what the cap is. Is it 7.5 mil? Let's see. Yeah, 7.5. Okay, and there's a little hit to the cash stack. 247, which is the amount of time I play this game, except when I'm doing TOA, because I'd never get purple. This is 250 KC expert mode TOA, which is kind of like a milestone, so are we rewarded? Nope. Got a thread though. My AFK time lately has just all been Karambwans, and I am just about out of Karambwanji, 2.4k left, so I'm gonna go fish some more. In real time, at least, the league is coming up soon, and I'm actually probably not gonna be AFKing Karambwans on this account. I'll probably just be chopping redwoods, because I'll be playing the league on my main, but it's gonna be good to have more Karambwanji, because I'll probably just be fishing Karambwans forever until I get the pet. And maybe even beyond that too. I woke up, I've spent 6 hours editing a League strategy video before Leagues comes out, and I am getting 6-hour log. Fishing Karambwanji. This has got to be the longest day I've ever had of fishing Karambwanji. I've gained 60k fishing XP today, which isn't really that much in itself, but when you consider the fact that the XP rate is 4.5k XP per hour, it's like 13 hours of Karambwanji fishing. I probably will actually end up going through all these eventually. Well, maybe just depends on my RNG with the fishing pet. Yeah, it's been almost 2 days of just fishing Karambwanji all day. I have over 400k, and I think that is where I'm going to call it for here. I can go back to AFKing Karambwanji in my downtime, but I'm gonna go back and do a little bit of TOA tonight. Got a little bit of time before dinner. Just a reminder for fishing Karambwanji, make sure you have your Radha's blessing for the chance at extra fish. $263 KC. It has been 50 raids since my last purple, and still no purple. Oh, I just got 60 million strength XP. I noticed that I'm kind of running a bit low on amethyst arrows. I have under 500, which is, I don't even know how many I use per raid. You would think I would know by now, but I don't know. It's probably like less than a day's worth of raiding. So I asked Spook for some more, and she put in 52k amethyst arrows. That's gonna last a long time. That is the benefit of having an amethyst miner on your GIM team. Wait, what's going on? I just came into the room and it was already open like this. What? I've never seen that before. The room was already completed, so I had to uncomplete it and then complete it. 272 KC. I'm about to eat dinner, and then after dinner, I don't know how much more raids I could do. It's been, wait, let me do some math here. It's been 59 raids since my last purple, and I've done 53 raids just in this video with no purples. And this video in total has been 97 hours of progress, and I'm probably like 7 minutes into it. And then the league's coming up soon. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to be going out to Spindel tonight to try and complete the Voidwaker blade. I have the other 2 pieces from the other 2 wildy bosses, and it's just the piece from Spindel is the only one I'm missing. This is my first time doing Spindel off task, and the only 2 changes I've made to my gear setup is that instead of Slayer Helm, of course, I have the Nezi, which is just an item lost on death. I don't care about that. And then I just replaced, I was using the Explorer's Ring, so I've replaced that with the B Ring as one of my kept items. Here's what I have risking on death, nothing important. Currently have 172 KC, and the Voidwaker piece is 1 out of 912, so not expecting to get that anytime soon. It might take me a bit to get used to the boss, because it's sort of been quite some time since I've done it, but I'm sure after one trip I'll remember how to do everything and it'll just come back. And first kill back at the boss, are we rewarded? Yes, I'd say that's rewarded. That's pretty nice. That is not something I was expecting. Well, I guess not getting a purple TOA kind of built up my RNG for that. It was 1 Venenatus KC and 181 Spindel KC. So if you combine those, we get the Blink number for KC. Oh, which reminds me, for any Blink fans out there, what's your favorite song off the new album? I'd say my favorite is Bad News. The difference with the Metamorphosis is that it's the old Venenatus versus the new one. I'm pretty sure it's when they reworked the wildy bosses, they changed how Venenatus looks. So I think it's the hairy one now. Yeah, it's the hairy one now. It used to look like that before. Okay, well that's going into the bank. I just keep my pets in the order that I got them in my bank, even if I do put them into the menagerie and the POH. I always like to have the placeholder in my bank so I know what order I got them in. That kind of threw me off tonight, but hey, let's just keep on doing Spindel. I just checked the drop rate on the wiki. From Venenatus, it's 1 in 2k, but from Spindel, the pet is 1 in 2800. And we've got 200 KC at the spider. Fangs of Venenatus. That's it's one of the upgrades for the willy weapons. I don't have any of the willy weapons, but is that for the bow? Let me check. Yeah, that's the upgrade for the crossbow. It's 1 out of 618 from Spindel, or 1 out of 196 from Venenatus. More importantly for me though, that is new collection luck slot. That actually is a really nice rare drop to get though, because the Web Weaver bow, the special attack, is really good for Leviathan for the enrage phase. Not that it matters since we don't have a crossbow, but in case we ever do get it. Do you see this?
Wait, is that 1 KC?
No, that was at 1 Venenatus and then 181 Spindel.
Oh, I'm happy for you.
Really?
I have to go.
I figured because you were woodcutting, so you missed that one since you were AFK. I just saw my first peak hair tonight, so I was going to hop worlds, but I figured I should show you that before.
When am I getting my second pet?
Never. Just ask the magic conch shell. Hey, I have 2 spider pets now. I have the Sarachnis. I have the Sarachnis pet.
I like spiders.
Then go kill them.
No.
You can get the TOB pet. There's one I don't have.
Maybe I'll get a pet in the league.
It's probably about time for bed. So that was pet number 16, which I'm used to saying before Spook Dog even gets her first pet, but she did just recently get her first pet, or actually not recently by the time you see this video, since this video won't even be up till after the league, but she does have the 1 pet. But maybe we can see how many pets I can get before she gets her second pet. And then if we take a look at the Spindel / Venenatus log, 227 KC, dude, like, if I get that Voidwaker piece, I'll be done with this boss, or both these bosses, forever. It's actually crazy in one night, I just getting those 2 and being so close to being green logged. So close, but so far. Okay, I'm going to bed. I don't know what to do tomorrow, because I probably don't want to do Spindel during the day. I guess maybe I'll do TOA. I don't know. We'll see. The cutest thing just happened. There was the level 50 something running by, saw the Crombons on the ground and was like, can I take those? Started picking them up and then said, someone here hates GP. Wait, I just noticed I just got 30 million fishing XP from that last trip. Here's my fishing XP gain today. I can explain. I was busy. So anyways, it's late right now. It's almost midnight, which means it is the perfect time to go back to Spindel. I got hit by Spindel for 30 damage, and I was like, damn, I didn't know Spindel hit that high. So I looked it up on the wiki, and the wiki says Spindel's max hit is 29. Can anyone explain this? Yeah, after, that last time, I'm not going to risk something that looks like a PVMer that may not actually be a PVMer. Holy. Yeah, it's probably about bedtime for me anyways. I did 35 kills tonight and didn't get a single unique. I can't believe how unlucky I owe. And we just ended up spending like almost the whole day doing stuff again, because the league is in like a day and a half, so we're just doing stuff to get ready for that so we don't have to leave the house for at least a month. We got our pre-leagues grocery haul here at Walmart. It was like $330 worth, including some non-food stuff too. And of course, we gotta stay stocked up on this. Car's gonna use like 27 of those, I'm gonna use 3. But now it's 7 p.m., which is a pretty good time to go back to Spindel. Let's see if we can get lucky today. We got a dragon pickaxe. Let's grab our chips and dip on out of here. And that is dragon pickaxe number 8. As a reminder, this does count across all bosses in the game. We got an 8 D-picks total. Dang, that's 1 in 358 from Spindel. I'm just getting lucky with everything. Well, except the Voidwaker, but that's okay. The great thing about having all these D-picks is that they're all theoretically useful. You have all these different variations of the D-pick, and on top of these, you also have a D-pick to store in the stash unit. You have a D-pick you're going to want to store in TOA, and you could also recharge, was it the Infernal Pickaxe? You could use a D-pick or Smoldering Stone to recharge those. Although I don't know if you want to really try to upkeep this on an Iron Man. Point being though is that I can never have too many D picks. And that is 300 Spider KC. Unless I get a super restore drop, this will be the last kill of the night for me. Oh, okay, hold on. A few more kills. And there is my last kill for the day and probably for the video too. I unfortunately did not end up doing as many kills as I was hoping to today because I was just researching stuff for the League, which is about 24 hours away, although I'll be asleep for like the first 6 hours of it. But here's what I got today, at least, from 56 kills. Yes, it has come to that time. The League is coming up in half a day, so I need to get set up to do AFK stuff, which is what the next video is going to be all about. But in this video, I checked the time plate at the start. It's been 5 days and 5 hours of in-game time. That's 125 hours of in-game time this video. And I gained over 1.5 million fishing XP, which may not sound like a crazy amount, but when you consider that it's about 33k XP per hour, that's about 50 hours of just fishing. In terms of real time, I just checked, it's been 12 days of real time. And then, oh yeah, I also fished all that Karambwanji. I did the raids with no purples, and then here's what my stacks of Karambwans are looking like. 125 mil worth of Karambwans. I gotta set oh, that's funny, the spider just walked into the other one. I gotta set myself up to AFK so I can start planning for the next League. So I'm gonna start off the next video by doing that. And you can check out my duo teammate Spookdog's channel, which is linked below in every video description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.